Hey, it's Doug from the Rise Web Gym channel, and I want to go over some alternating kettlebell exercises to help bring your strength and other physical attributes to the next level. Let's check it out. Now, if you've been following my videos for quite some time, you know that I really like the kettlebells, and if you haven't been following, welcome. So, I have a kettlebell here, I have another kettlebell over there. Now we're going to go over some alternating kettlebell exercises. Some of my favorites that we use here at the gym for our athletes and also in our classes. The reason why I like the alternating is because we can, add some versatility to our training. Dumbbells are great and you can do some alternating stuff, but single arm deadlifts and squats and whatnot are not as easy to do with the dumbbell. So the kettlebell offers a variety in that respect. Next, we get to do more work potentially. So by me switching and kind of resting one side, I'm able to rest this side and maybe do a few more reps and get a little bit more duration or volume or whatever you want to call it out of your workouts and kind of push you within the endurance category. Next, they're kind of fun, so it gives you a little bit of variety so you're not the mundane exercises all the way through, your workout. You can have a little fun with it and just keep your mind stimulated. Also, we're going to balance out the sides. Alternating is also kind of like a single-sided exercise, so we can really see what sides lack movement or mobility or even strength. And then lastly, you'll get some sneaky core work in there too. So by offsetting things or moving one and not the other, we have to stabilize one side, move the other, and that offers some core benefits as well. So I'm going to go over some of my favorites for each body part or each type of movement. And the exercises I'm going to go over are going to be movement-based kettlebell. So I'm not going to move my body in a sense like a push-up where I put the bell down and move my body. I'm going to have to physically move the kettlebell to consider it alternating. Let's check it out. Let's start with the shoulders. One of my favorites for mobility is a halo. Yes, you can do this with a weight plate, but the kettlebell is nice because it actually helps range of motion in a sense where the plate can be a little bit wider, so it's a little bit easier. If you can graduate to a kettlebell and the arms are really tight inside the body and you open up, you can really see if you're mobile in the shoulders. So I have to really keep it close and roll around. One thing you want to do, I tell people the steering wheel. So I'm going to tilt, roll, and the handle is behind my head, and I'm going to roll back. I like to alternate these, as this video implies, alternating, and I'm really opening up my shoulders. Great warm-up one. Also a great, one to do within the workout or in between squat sets or something like that. Next, we're going to do 2 bells, and I'm going to do an alternating military press. So I'll bring 2 bells up. Now there's a few ways to do them. One is a strict alternating press where I keep one racked and tight. I'm going to press overhead, and then I'll bring this one in, and then press overhead and in. So my core is stabilizing on this left side here as I'm pressing and being active on the other side. Now you can do a seesaw press too, which is a little bit more constant movement. So I'll bring both of them up, I'll move one down, and as this touches, I'm going to alternate that way. So there's constant movement. I got to do small shifts within my body to maintain stability, strength, and timing. So those are great for your shoulders, and next we'll move on to the chest. So now that I prefaced that I'm going to move the bells and then not my body, I took the push-ups out of here, and we're just going to do a floor chest press. Now, you can do this with a dumbbell again on a bench. The kettlebell's nice because it sits against my arm and the weight's distributed a little bit differently and really close to my body. It's not laterally moving the way a dumbbell would. So again, I'll be up here and I'm going to pull one down, stabilizing one side, locking this one out, and then stabilizing the other. So I'm getting a heck of a shoulder workout on the stabilizing side, and I'm trying not to wobble or follow the bell down. For added difficulty, I can take a leg away and try it. So I need more stability for my core, or I can take both legs away and do it as well. And that'll get your chest. All right, we can't do the chest without balancing out with the back. So I'm going to show some of my favorite back alternating kettlebell exercises. First one is going to be in this triangle, an alternating arm lift. Now we can do it a couple ways, and I'll go over all those ways. And the kettlebell is nice because the handle's upright. A dumbbell is lower, so I have to get way low around my back. So this is just ready to go right there. So the first way I'm gonna brace my body. I'm gonna grip, glide, set it down, shift, grip, glide. Now you can take away this stabilization, so I'm not putting my arm here, and I need a little bit more core to stabilize me. You can also make it dynamic, where I'm going to pull up, drop, pull, drop. Just make sure you're getting a full row. Again, that's hard to do with the dumbbell. I got the handle right there and able to move and do it dynamically, and I got to brace my core or else it's going to pull me around. Lastly, one of the more challenging ones is a renegade row. You'll take 2 kettlebells, and you can do these with hex dumbbells, but the kettlebell is nice because I can push straight down the handle. I like a wide base, and I'm going to be over my kettlebell, so not behind them too much. And I'm going to push down on my right arm and pull with my left, then push, pull. Make sure you stabilize or else this bell can kick out and your wrist will not like you. That one's a great one for the core, stabilization, obviously the back, and a whole lot of other things. One of the lower body ones we use a lot is the alternating arm deadlift. So we do it in a conventional style. I'm going to leave a corner open. I'm going to push my hips back, grip, drive up, switch. I keep this hand out for balance, little tap, drive up, switch. You can even switch at the bottom. So if you switch at the bottom, the only thing is, let me go up and down, is you have to kind of switch, reset everything, your grip. Here I kind of engage, so I feel it's a little bit easier to reset instead of going at the bottom, but you can do both. And this allows me to really challenge keeping my shoulders square instead of rotating, so I'm staying square. I'm trying to stay even on both feet, so I'm not shifting towards the weighted side or the opposite side. So I'm really trying to keep a conventional deadlift with one arm, and it's blasting my grip as well. Next one I like to do is a lunge and pass. Great for coordination and core work, and you get to really expose both sides to see how they compare to each other. I'm going to leave a corner open. You can step forward or back. So I'm going to step back on the side I'm lunging on. I take this in 2 parts. So when I drop down, I stabilize, then I pass, and then I stand up. I want to get roughly parallel here, stabilize and pass. I don't want to pass as I'm going down because it's going to throw me out of position. You might knock your knee. So treat this as a stability and core exercise along with a stabilized leg exercise. I can also go forward, so I'm going to step forward on the opposite leg, drop down, stabilize, and then come back, and then I do it on the other side. So those are some of my favorite for the lower body. Now we're going to get some dynamic work in, and it's going to come in the form of swings. So your basic alternating swing, I'm going to leave this corner open. I'm going to hike through, fire my legs, switch at the top. A lot of people will try to switch the bottom. You just have to put on the brakes and hurt your low back. So I'm going to hike through, I'm going to swing this free arm, and I'm physically meeting right at the top. If you want to go up in weight a little bit, you can do a 2-1-1 alternating, and that 2-arm swing allows you to maybe push the weight a little bit because you have that brake and you have the 2 arms to help facilitate the movement. Lastly, we're going to do a figure 8 swing. Again, I'm going to leave the corner open and I'm going to come through and I'm going to come around, and I'll stop it with the other hand. So I'm going to hike through, grab, hike, and hit, hike, hit, hike, hit. The more I hinge in the backswing, the easier it is to pass. So I don't want to be too upright. I got to hinge back, pass here, then I'm driving through. Core rotation, obviously grip, timing, it carries over well to sporting purposes. That's a great one. Lastly, we're going to do some core work. Now, core was in everything we've done so far. These are a little more direct. One I like to do is around the world. You just gotta make sure you're nothing, your world is big and there's nothing around you to drop it on anyone or anything. I'm gonna leave a corner open. I like to practice a little bit of a shift with my body first. So I'm rocking side to side. Then I'm gonna come around the back. So again, I'll come around the back. So I'm getting this little shift. I'm driving through my feet and around just kind of like this. And you'll get the timing down once you get it going. And I'll switch sides. It's kind of like a pommel horse, even though I've never pommel horsed in my life. But if you watch the pommel horse in gymnastics, you got that rock in motion, shifting, putting weight on one side, and then coming around. Works the grip, works the coordination, works the core. Lastly, one of my favorites is the pull across. So we're gonna keep the bell here. I'm gonna be in a push-up position. I'm gonna have a wide base. I'm gonna have the bell behind my arm. I'm gonna grab with my forearm, tighten my core, and pull across. What I'm not doing is rotating and pulling. I'm keeping everything level, should be a little bit wider, and pull across, tight, pull across, tight, pull across. Now, if this is tough for you, you can always go on your knees and pull across as well. And then you can practice, getting a little further back, so I have to tighten my core a little bit more. But again, I'm not using my core to do it. I'm stabilizing my core and pulling across. So I'm a little bit of rear delt, a little bit of grip, and obviously core stabilization. There you have it. Some of my favorite alternating kettlebell exercises to help take your strength and fun in your workouts to the next level. If you like the video, please like it down below. Also consider subscribing. I try to put a new video out every week to help you guys out with exercises and technique. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments below. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.